Hello, friends, and welcome to Keeping Up the Pace with Mr. Josiah. Today, you're going to do a little something different. Today, you are going to go on a field trip with August Wilson. Now, I have invited a few friends to guide you along the way, and I hope that you all enjoy your journey. Throughout this year, we have not only talked about August Wilson's Century Cycle, but we have also talked about the beauty of art, the struggle of the African American experience, and also how each and every one of you are special in your own way. All of the work that we have done this semester have been all wonderful. I mean, each and every one of you has surprised me in a way or another, and I am so glad that I have been your teaching artist this semester. So, my friends, as we wind down on the final minutes of this school year, I want you all to remember a few things. You are brilliant. You are boundless. You are never your mistakes. And you are most certainly loved. So it's a great day to be alive. Let's go. Gem of the Ocean, set in 1904, centers on a man who has come for spiritual cleansing at the house of Aunt Esther, a mythical figure in Wilson's cycle, born in 1619, the year the first Africans were brought to the Americas as slaves. A haunting, ghost-like play conjuring tales of slave ships and the black man arriving in chains in the New World.
Some people don't like adventure, Mr. Citizen. They stay home, like me. I done seen all the adventure I wants to see. I've been across the water. I seen both sides of it. I know about the water. The water has its secrets, just as the land has its secrets. Some know about the land, some know about the water. You got some that know about the land and the water. They done seen both sides. They got both sides of it. Then you got fire. That's a special one. It's got lots of secrets. Fire can heal and kill. It's tricky like that. I can talk about the land. I can talk about fire. But I don't talk about the water. It was a time, Mr. Citizen, when God moved on the water. Sometimes he moves on the land. Is he moving now? We don't know. We can't all the time see it. Now take a look at this map. Take a look at this map, Mr. Citizen. See right there? That's a city. It's only half mile by half mile. But it's a city. It's made of bones. Pearly white bones. All the buildings, everything is made of bones. I seen it. I've been there, Mr. Citizen. My mother lives there. I got an aunt and 3 uncles down there, living down there in that city, made of bones. You want to go there, Mr. Citizen? I can take you if you want to go. You want to go there, Mr. Citizen? I can take you if you want to go. It is the center of the world. In time, it's all going to come to light. The people made a kingdom out of nothing. They was the people that didn't make it across the water. They sat right down there. They say, let's make a kingdom. Let's make a city out of bones. People got a burning tongue. Mr. Citizen, their mouths are on fire with song. The water can't put it out. The song is powerful. It rise up and come across the water. They're on their way, Mr. Citizen. They come across the water. 10,000 tongues, 10,000 chariots coming across the water. They on their way. Mr. Citizen, they on their way. I came across that ocean. Mr. Citizen, I cried. I had lost everything. Did you ever lose everything? Did you ever lose anything like that, Mr. Citizen? Where you're so lost, the only thing that can guide you is the stars. That's all I had left. That's all I had left. Everything I'd ever known was gone to me. The only thing I had was the stars. I say, well, I got something. I wanted to hold on to them, so I started naming them. I named them after my children. I say, that's Jasper. There goes Cephas. I say, there goes Cephas. That's Jasper. And Cecilia, and that big one over there, that's my June bug. Have you ever looked at the stars, Mr. Citizen? I bet you see my June bug and didn't even know it. You come by here sometime. You come by here sometime when the stars is out, and I'll show you my June bug.
Joe Turner's Come and Gone, set in 1911, about a once captive man who travels from the South to a Pittsburgh boarding house to find his long-lost wife. The children and grandchildren of slavery grapple with a world that won't let them forget the past.
Oh, he had a whole mess of men he catch. He go out hunting regular like you go out hunting possum. He catch you and go home to his wife and family. He ain't thought about you going home to yours. See, Joe Turner catch me when my little girl was just born. Wasn't nothing like a little baby sucking on her mama breast when he catch me. Joe Turner catch me in 1901. Kept me 7 years until 1908. Kept everybody 7 years. He'd go out hunting and bring back 40 men at a time. Keep them 7 years. I was walking down the road in this little town outside of Memphis. And then come on these fellas gambling, just shooting. I was a deacon at the church. Stopped to preach those fellas to see if I could maybe turn them some to get them to stop that sinning when Joe Turner come. But the governor of the great sovereign state of Tennessee swooped down on us and grabbed everybody there. Kept us all 7 years. My wife Martha, gone from me after Joe Turner catch me. She got out from under Joe Turner on his birthday. Me and 40 other men put in our 7 years. And he let us go on his birthday. I made it back to Henry Thompson's place, where me and Martha were sharecropping, and Martha's gone. She gone. She took my little girl and left. They all took up north, her and the mama and the baby. We've been looking for her ever since. That's been going on for 4 years now. We've been looking. That's the only thing I know to do. I just want to see her face so I can get me a starting place in the world. The world got to start somewhere. That's what I've been looking for. I've been wondering a long time for somebody. Seemed like I've been wandering a long time in somebody else's world. When I found my wife, that's gonna be my time to make my own.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, set in 1927 Chicago, about a famous singer's struggle with her record company and band. A larger-than-life trumpet player rebels against racism in a recording studio. It is a riveting portrayal of black rage, of the self-hate that racism breeds, and of racial exploitation.
Way down south in Alabama, I got a friend they call Dancing Sammy, who's crazy about all the latest dances. Black bottom stomping, two babies prancing. The other night at a swell affair, as soon as the boys found out that I was there, they said, "Come on, ma, let's go to the cabaret." When I got there, you ought to hear him say, "I want to see the dance you call the black bottom. I want to learn that dance. Want to see the dance you call your big black bottom. It puts you in a trance." All the boys in the neighborhood, they say, "Your black bottom is really good. Come on and show me your black bottom. I want to learn that dance. I want to see the dance you call the black bottom. I want to learn that dance. Come on and show the dance you call your big black bottom. It puts you in a trance." Early last morning, about the break of day, Grandpa told my grandma, well, I heard him say, "Get up and show your man your black bottom. I want to learn that dance."
The Piano Lesson, set in 1936, about a family's fight over a piano that was obtained in the 1800s in exchange for 2 slaves. The dilemma is the real piano lesson, reminding us that blacks are often deprived of both the symbol of their past and the opportunity in the present.
You ain't taking that piano out of my house. Look at this piano. Look at it. Mama Ola polished this piano with her tears for 17 years. For 17 years, she rubbed on it till her hands bled. Then she rubbed the blood in, mixed it with the rest of the blood on it. Every day that God breathed life into her body, she rubbed and she cleaned and she polished and she prayed over it. Play something for me, Bernice. Play something for me, Bernice. Every day. I cleaned it up for you. Play something for me, Bernice. You always talking about your daddy, but you ain't never stopped to look at what his foolishness cost your mama. 17 years worth of cold nights in an empty bed. For what? For a piano? For a piece of wood? To get even with somebody? I look at you and you're all the same. You, Papa Boy Charles, Whining Boy Doka Crawley, you're all alike. All this thieving and killing, and thieving and killing. And what did it ever lead to? More killing and thieving. I ain't never seen it come to nothing. People getting burned up, people getting shot, people falling down their wells. It don't never stop. I done told you I don't play on that piano. Ain't no need you keep talking this choir stuff. When my mama died, I shut the top of that piano and I ain't never opened it since. I was only playing it for her. When my daddy died, it seemed like all her life went into that piano. She used to have me playing it. Had Miss Eula come in and teach me. Say when I played it, she could hear my daddy talking to her. I used to think them pictures came alive and walked through the house. Sometime later at night, I could hear my mama talking to them. I said that wasn't going to happen to me. I don't play that piano because I don't want to wake them spirits. They never be walking around this house. I got Maretha playing on it. She don't know nothing about it. Let her go on and be a school teacher or something. She don't have to carry all that with her. She got a chance I didn't have. And I ain't gonna burden her with that piano.
Seven Guitars, set in 1948 about a blues musician's tragic death on the cusp of his breakthrough. The final days telling the story of how and why he died. Seven Guitars of the Tale are the seven characters whose straightforward storylines Wilson turns into a beautiful, complex music. A funky, whirling, irresistible Chicago-style blues.
However it go, he make it go that way. He remind me of Henry. That man walked out on me, and that was the best thing that ever happened to me. When he left, I told myself, say, if you have to say hello before you say goodbye, you ain't never got to worry about nobody saying goodbye to me no more. I ain't never going through one of them goodbyes again. He was standing upstairs in the hallway. Told me, say, I'm leaving. I asked him, what for? After 12 years? Why are you gonna leave after all this time? After you done used me all up. He said it's something I gotta do. Then he went up and gathered his things. He left a razor, a pair of shoes. They all up there. He got to the doorway. I told him, leave your pistol. Don't leave me here by myself. Well, he ain't said nothing. He took out his pistol and handed it to me. I told him, I say, I ought to shoot you. We laughed and he kissed me goodbye. I ain't seen him since. I got that pistol upstairs too. What I'm trying to tell you is, don't let no man use you all up and then tell you he gotta go. Shoot him first.
Fences, set in 1957. A father-son drama about a garbage man and one-time baseball player who clashes with his son over the youngster's dream of playing football. The drama of dreams denied, and how the denial affects the relationship between the two men.
I've been standing with you. I've been right here with you, Joy. I got a life too. I gave 18 years of my life to stand in the same spot with you. Don't you ever think I wanted other things? Don't you think I had dreams and hopes? What about my life? What about me? Don't you ever think it ever crossed my mind to want to know other men? That I just wanted to lay up somewhere and forget about my responsibilities? I wanted someone to make me laugh so I could feel good. You ain't the only one with hopes and dreams. But I held on to you, Troy. I held. I took all my feelings, my wants, my hopes, my dreams, and I buried them inside of you. I planted myself. I planted myself inside you, and I hoped that I would bloom, that something would bloom. But it didn't take me no 18 years to figure out that the soil was hard and rocky, wasn't nothing ever gonna bloom. But I held on to you, Troy. I held you tighter, 'cause you was my husband. I owed everything to you. Everything I had, every part of me I could find, I gave it to you. And upstairs in that room, with darkness falling over me, it took everything I had to erase the fact that you wasn't the finest man in the world. And that wherever you was going, I was gonna go with you. Because I'm your wife! You was my husband. And I wanted to be there with you. I wasn't gonna survive. This is the only way I was gonna survive as your wife. To me, you always talking about what you give. And what you don't have to give, but you take. You take. And you don't even realize when somebody's giving.
Two Trains Running, set in 1969, about the lives of regulars who find sanctuary in a restaurant. The displaced and dreamers congregate in the beautiful Pittsburgh cafe, scheduled for demolition. These people are loud-voiced and big-hearted, continue to search, to falter, to persevere, and hope.
Niggas lazy. Niggas is the hardest working people in the world. Worked for 300 years. Never free and never took a lunch hour. Now all of a sudden, niggas is lazy. Don't know how to work. All of a sudden that you got to pay them, ain't no work for them to do. If it wasn't for you, the white man would be poor. Every little bit he got standing on top of you. That's why he can reach so high. He give you $3 a day for the next 6 months, and he got him a railroad for the next 100 years. All you got is 6 months worth of $3 a day. Now you can't even get that. Ain't no money in niggas working. Look out there on the street. If there was some money in it, if the white man could figure out a way to make some money, put niggas to work, we'd all be working. He ain't building no more railroads. He got that. He ain't building no more highways. Somebody done already stuck the telephone poles in the ground. That's been done. The white man ain't stacking no more niggas. You know what I'm talking about, stacking niggas, don't you? Well, here's how that goes. If you ain't got nothing, you go out there and you get your niggas. Then you got something. You got one nigga. That nigga plant something, get something out the ground. Even if it ain't nothing but a bushel of potatoes. You got one nigga and one bushel of potatoes. You take that bushel of potato and you go get you another nigga. Now you got two niggas. Put them to work, you got two niggas and two bushel potatoes. You
take those 2 bush potatoes and you go buy you 2 more niggas. That's how you stack a nigga on top of a nigga. The white folks got to stack it. And I'm talking about they stacked them up some niggas. Close to 50 million niggas. If you stack them on top of one another, they make 6 or 7 circles around the moon. The boat didn't sink with all them niggas they had stacked up there. Took them 2 extra months to get here. Because it rose so low in the water. They couldn't find you enough work back then. Now that you're available, they can't find you none. For different times, wouldn't be nobody out there on the street. They'd all be in the cotton fields.
Jitney, set in 1977 about a decaying neighborhood and a gypsy cab service that serviced them. Another father-son tale as the owner of the cab company squares off against the offspring newly released from prison. An interesting study of human spirit, brilliantly realistic.
Nah, she wasn't the one. I thought she was, but I believe Rosie done put a curse on me. She don't want me to have no other woman. But then she didn't want me. No. I told her, baby, just tell me what kind of biscuit you want to make. I'm like the mailman. I can grind it up any way you want. She knew I was telling the truth, too. She couldn't say nothing about that. She said, you poor man. What I need with a poor man? I told her, say if I make $100, I give you 99. She didn't trust me on that one. But I went down to the crap game. I hit 6 quick licks, left with $163. I went on back up there. She let me in. I laid $100 down on the table and told her, now if I can just get one of them back, I'd be satisfied. She reached down and handed me $1 and I went on in the room and went to bed. I got up, she had my breakfast on the table. It wasn't soon long that $99 ran out, and the next thing I knew, she had barred the door. I went on and left, but I never could get her off my mind. I said I was going to find me another woman. But every time I get hold to one, time I lay down with them, I see her face. I told myself the first time I lay with a woman and don't see her face, then that going to be the woman I marry. That'd be my little test. Now with that old yellow gal used to work down at Pope's, I seen Rosie's face, but it was blurred. Like a cloud or something came over her. So I say, I got to try this again. Maybe next time I won't see nothing. She told me she didn't want to see me no more. She told me come back same time tomorrow, and if she changed her mind, she'd leave a key in the mailbox. I went up there and there was one man in the house and 2 others sitting on the doorstep. I don't know who had the key.
King Hadley II, set in 1982, about an ex-con attempts to find redemption in a ravaged community. He tries to get his life back on track despite the desperation, despair, and violence that surround him. An epic tragedy of the common man and the struggle to retain our sense of community.
Hey, fellas, I got a man want to buy a refrigerator.
Which model you want? You know, some models cost you $250.
I don't know about no model, but he ain't got but $175.
No, it costs $200. Do we got it now, or do we have to go get it? Because if we gotta go get it, he may as well get $25.
Now he got it right now, cash money, but he wants to see the refrigerator.
He can see it. He can see it when we dump it down on his doorstep. I told you, we can't be letting nobody know where it is.
He want me to look at it for
We
him.
can't let nobody know. We ain't in this by ourselves. We got partners. We can't be letting nobody know our business. This kind of business is done on trust. Give me $175, I go get a refrigerator. Brand new, still in the box.
He ain't gonna buy it without seeing it. He ain't gonna buy no pig in a poke.
I don't know nothing about no pig. No poke either. It's $200 All right. But I get $30 if I sell it. Now, that's what we agreed on.
No, we got to cut you back to $20. He ain't paying full price.
You ain't got to sell it to him at that price.
I know, but if we do, you can't expect to get your full commission.
All right, give me 20. All right, so that was 175 for the refrigerator and 20 for me.
Here go your 20. Where you want to deliver? Who's the man?
Me. And you can deliver it right here. It's for your mama.
We ain't gonna pay you to buy a refrigerator from us.
That's what she said. She said you give me $20 if I sell it. I didn't say nothing about I'm going to sell it too. That wasn't in the bar.
You take little Buddy Will's mother up on Bryn Mawr Road. What she got? A heartache that don't never go away? She up there now, sitting down in her living room. She got to go sit down because she can't stand up. She's sitting down trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out what happened. One minute her house is full of life. The next minute is full of death. She was waiting for him to come home. And they bring her a corpse. Say, come down and make the identification. Is this your son? Got a tag on his toe. Say John Doe. They got to put a number on it. John Doe number 4. She got the dinner on the table. Say Junior like fried chicken. She got some of that. Say Junior like string beans. She got some of that. She don't even know Junior ain't eating no more. He got a pile of clothes she washing up. She don't know Junior don't need no more clothes. She look in his closet. Junior ain't got no suit. She got to go buy him a suit. He can't try it on. She got to guess the size. Somebody come up and tell her, Miss So-and-so, your boy got shot. She knew it before they say it. Her knees start to get weak. She's shaking her head. She don't want to hear it. Somebody call the police. They come and pick him up off the sidewalk. Dead nigga on Bryn Mawr Road. They got to quit playing cards and come pick him up. They pull him up out the freezer and she look at him. She don't want to look. They make her look. What to do now? Only thing to do is call the undertaker. The line is busy. She got to call back 5 times. The undertaker got so much business, he don't know what to do. He losing sleep. He got to hire 2 more helpers to go with the 2 he already got. And he don't even look at the bodies no more. He couldn't tell you what they look like. He only remember the problems he had with them. This one's so big and fat, if he fall off the table, it takes 6 men to pick him up. This one ain't got no cheek. That one eyes won't stay closed. The other one been dead so long he got maggots come out of his nose. Family can't pay for that one. The coroner wants to see that other one again. That one's mother won't go home. The other one... I ain't going through that. I ain't having this baby. And I ain't got to explain it to nobody.
Radio Golf, set in 1997 about a businessman's plan to redevelop some properties and the potential impact on the resident's life. August Wilson says, the black middle class and their failure to return the sophistication, the expertise, and resources they have gained to the communities and the people they belong to. More so, they've forgotten who they are.
Why does Bernie Smith want to partner with you? What's he get out of this?
We get to buy the station for 2/3 of what it's worth. So we buy it at an undervalued price, and right out the gate we ahead making money.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would the owner of the station sell it undervalued? Is the station in debt?
The owner gets a tax incentive. It's an advantage for him and an advantage for us.
Incentive for what? What do you bring to the table?
The FCC offers a minority tax certificate.
You the front? You just the blackface?
No, Harmon, no. I get to get in the door. You remember in school we used to say we wanted to be in the room where they count the money? Well, you there already. This is my shot.
You'll get in the room. It just takes some time. You can't let Bernie Smith use you like this.
This is how you do it. This is how everybody does it. You don't think Mellon's ever been used? We're talking about an $8 million radio station. This is the game. I'm at the table. There was a time they didn't let black people at the table. You opened the door, you shined the shoes, you served the drinks, then they went in the room and made the deal. I'm in the room. Bought and traded these railroads. How do you think they did it? This is business. This is how it's done in America. I get to walk away with a piece of an asset worth $8 million. I don't care if somebody makes some money because of a tax break. I get mine, they get theirs. I pull this off. Next time, I'm on the other side of the deal, sitting at the head of the table. Right now, I'm sitting here. I'd rather be that than be sitting on the other side of that door. Harmon, I have to take this. This is not going to come along again. The window of opportunity is already starting to close. If I don't do it, Bernie gets somebody else.
The end.